Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Has it been fun so far? Enjoying yourselves? Okay. Well, the only thing, I hate to spoil your fun, but the only thing more important than fun is getting a good job. Because you need that money to have fun with. Work hard, play hard. Our next speaker, Mr. Vineet Nayar, CEO of HCL Technologies, is a man who knows how it's done. He has transformed the company, HCL, from a $400 million company in 2004 to 6 times more in 2012. He's a man who knows how to work hard. He's a man who knows how to play hard. He's going to tell you what it takes to succeed in the corporate world and what you must avoid for failure. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Vineet Nayar.
Good evening. Good evening. You know, if there was ever a day I wished I was Priyanka Chopra, today is the day. I swear. So my suggestion is, if you can close your eyes and imagine I'm Shah Rukh Khan, I think we will be able to deal with the next 15 minutes. A lot of people say I'm more handsome. Please. But it's so nice to be amongst the youth. In the remote corner of India, whenever a child is born, the family calls the elder of the family. And the elder comes and defines a vision for the child. The dadi, the amma, comes and defines a vision for the child and looks at the finger of the child and says, your fingers are so long that you'll be an artist. Your legs are so long that you'll be an athlete. Your eyes are so big that you'll be a dancer. Or you're so beautiful that you'll be an actress. Every single person in that family, when the dadi defines the vision, believes in that vision. Every single member of the family works hard to make the vision come true. And as the child grows up, every single person defines that dadi defined this for you, and that child works hard every single day to make that vision come true. So the question I have for you today is, what is the vision which was defined for you? Do you know that vision? Are people around you helping you, supporting you, enabling you, enthusing you, encouraging you like the family does for that child so that you can achieve that vision? Or is the society using you to achieve their vision? Or commenting on you and telling you what your action, behavior should be, and forgetting that the future is about defining a vision for you and for the society and guys like me to work hard, enabling, enthusing, encouraging so that you can achieve your vision? I think we have got it wrong. And I think conclaves like this will help reboot society's thinking about youth. It's not about how we can use youth to get our objectives, but how can we, like the grandmother, help the youth achieve the vision which the grandma defined for them? We have 85,000 employees in 32 countries, and some people I've seen succeed in their vision. And some people I have not seen succeed in their vision. And I've been thinking about what makes somebody successful and what makes somebody not successful. And I thought I would leave behind with you 5 things you guys should think about if you really want to be successful. first amongst them is know your point A. When you are a child, you're taught to draw a line. And when you're taught to draw a line, the first thing you're taught is to start from a point and draw a line to a second point. That is the point B. You ask anybody, what do you want to be? They will tell you, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a surgeon, I want to be an architect, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a politician, or I want to be Priyanka Chopra. But where are you today? What is your point A? Where do you begin? What is the honest assessment of where you are? And if you don't have that honest assessment of where you are, and you're only dreaming about point B, where you want to go, you will fail. You will be called a dreamer. The difference between a dreamer and an achiever is that achiever knows the point A. Achiever knows where is the start point to make a difference. The second fact which defines successful youth leaders is they see an opportunity in imperfection. They are in the business of making imperfect perfect. Imagine a diamond cutter. When a diamond cutter looks at a rough diamond, he gets excited about it. He doesn't crib about it. He doesn't say the road is bad, the ATM is bad, the government is bad, and everything is bad, the seats are bad, the bus is bad, the India is bad, and America is bad, and Bush is bad, and everything is bad. He sees an opportunity in that imperfection. When a potter looks at the clay, the dirty clay, he sees an opportunity of building something beautiful out of it. So leaders of tomorrow are the people who see opportunities in imperfection and get excited when they see an opportunity of imperfection around them. And there is so much imperfection around us, so many things to fix, and that is the opportunity for the youth of today. And people who do that well are achievers, succeed, and people who do not do that well continue only to be dreaming. The third is the architecture of change. You guys want to lead the future. You want to change the world. How do you change the world, and why is the world not changing? Because we have not learned the architecture of change. Organizations change, countries change, revolutions change. Why are we not learning how do they change? They change in 3 steps. Step 1 is to create huge amount of dissatisfaction with today. I'm unhappy. Gandhi spent a lot of time convincing our country that British Raj was bad for us. It took years for many, many freedom fighters to first convince the mass population that British Raj was wrong for us. That is true with Nelson Mandela, that's true with many others. But that is creating dissatisfaction, unhappiness. Are we unhappy today? The answer is yes. However, that is not going to bring about a change. The change will be brought by a vision of tomorrow which is so compelling that you want to get up from the bed and fight for that vision. Freedom! That is what Gandhi defined. That is what Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King defined. Where is that vision for the youth for future? Where is that vision which will make the youth jump up, work hard, give their life to try and achieve that vision? We don't have that. And the third step then comes to strategy of moving from here to there. Successful people, and some of the role models you saw out here, are people who got the architecture of change right, because individually you will not be able to achieve much. You have to create a team, and only people who have an architecture of change with the team would be able to achieve quite a lot in life. The fourth point is deep-rooted conviction. There are, in my vocabulary, 3 kinds of people. And you need to think about what kind of person you are. The first kind are transformers. They get up in the morning and want to climb Mount Everest every day. They are transformers. They want to change the world. They want a new challenge every day. The second kind of people are lost souls who are lost. They are in the business of taking energy away from you. You sit with them, they depress you. Because they are in the business of taking energy away from you and feeling good about it because they've taken energy away from you. But the last section of people are the best. They are fence-sitters. They are in the business of taking energy from the guy transformers and giving energy to the lost souls. And they are called fence-sitters. And they are the people who are used by everybody. So the question you need to ask is, are you a transformer or are you the fence-sitter who is being used by everybody? And the difference comes in, do you have deep-rooted self-conviction about something which is very strong? In a village, there were two trees. One was next to the river. And everybody loved that tree because it was green, it had a fat trunk, and it was beautiful. And there was this another tree which was far away from the village in the desert, which was ugly looking. It had no leaves, it was thin, and people ignored it. One night there was a gush of air, a storm came in, and village woke up in the morning assuming their beautiful tree will survive because it was alive, and that old tree will die. But actually what happened was the reverse. Why? Because the tree next to the river had shallow roots. It had easy life. It got water very easily, and therefore the roots were shallow, and with one adversity it was blown away. The tree far away had deep roots, had sense of conviction. It stood for something and therefore could handle adversity. What about you? What is your conviction? What do you stand for? How would you deal with adversity? And unless you have that deep-rooted conviction about something, you would be blown away as fence-sitters by one wave to another wave to a third wave. And the last point I want to talk about is successful people are wired for adversity. A guy in a developed world, US, Europe, wakes up in the morning, wants to go and withdraw cash from an ATM, goes, presses the lift, goes down, gets into a car, goes to an ATM, withdraws cash, deal done. In India, a guy wakes up, wants to withdraw cash, goes, presses the button of the lift, no electricity. He walks down to his bike, there is a puncture. He walks to the ATM, 50% probability ATM is not working. Yet every single day, millions of Indians are able to withdraw cash from ATM and go on with life. Why? Because their brain is wired not to look at the adversity of what is not working. Their brain is wired to get the cash somehow. So when the adversity does come in as economic disasters, the developed nations do not know how to deal with it because they assume everything should be working, whereas an Indian mind is used to things not working, and this is one more thing which is not working and is able to deal with it much better than a developed nation, and that's the reason the Indian managers are doing extremely well. So, do you realize that you are so lucky to be born in India and so lucky that your brain is wired differently and so lucky that so many things don't work, and thank God for that. So let's go back to our grandmother. Every grandmother has defined a vision, and she has defined a vision for you too. Every day when I look at the mirror and ask myself only one question, do I realize the value of the breath? And the only way I will realize the value of each breath I take if the wind is knocked out of my lungs every day. The question I have for my young friends today is, has the wind been knocked out of your lungs today? If it has not been, it is time to go to work. If it has been, you will be on this side of the stage next year. Thank you so much, and God bless you.